Hey, what's up, y'all? One of the most common questions we get is, what's the weirdest thing? What's the coolest stuff that you guys have ever found on a junk removal job? We're gonna tell you a little bit about some of that. Weirdest thing we've ever found on a junk removal job. What's your top number one weirdest one?
There's so many weird things, but I think the one that the guys talk about the most, and the one that we kind of keep going back to, was the bear in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
We ended up being in a house. We were clearing out a house in more southern Virginia, and we're in the basement. And this is kind of back in the woods too, and we just end up, first thing we do is look in the fridge, see what we need to remove from there, and we open the freezer, and literally the entire bear was shoved into this freezer with the head just kind of sticking out a little bit. And we just definitely weren't expecting that. And we didn't know even how to, what do we do with this, Can we get in trouble for dumping it? So we ended up figuring out the right way to do it, but that was definitely a surprise for sure.
Yeah, the bear was definitely a big one. Whenever it comes to weird, we've had a lot there, but also had some cool ones. Probably one of the neatest ones we've had in the near recent history was a bottle of unopened Fairfax County straight bourbon, which we found at the back of what looked like an olive oil, or kind of like your typical kitchen drawer that has the Pam and the olive oils and that type of thing. And in the very back, it was an abandoned household. There was a bottle of Fairfax County, I think 1976 straight bourbon, which is from a distillery that's no longer even in the area, to my knowledge. But has some really neat roots in the area, and I think one of the first straight bourbons to be bottled outside of Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a really cool vintage bottle, and something you don't come across every day, but a really cool thing for us to find on a job in the recent history.
And it was unopened too.
Unopened, yep.
Yeah,
still had the label and seal, lot number, everything.
Evaporated a little bit, but
yeah. But those are probably some of the coolest things we've ever had.